Good morning and welcome. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason on this Friday. Man, woo, what a day. It is off to the races. The Messiah himself. No, I'm kidding. Jay Powell, he's actually still blabbering on in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. And we're going to give you all the latest and the greatest. And Donald Trump going full apprentice. But it's not on Jay Powell. It's on somebody else. I'll tell you who that is in just a minute. But it is Friday. And you know what? We haven't done this in a long time. But it's needed. Put a couple fingers of Jack in the coffee. Yeah, you know. It's a Jack Daniels Friday. Sit back, relax, strap on the seatbelt, leave the drive-in to us because it is fireworks galore. Jay Powell doing what he needed to do, signaling that the Fed will cut rates at the next meeting, probably, right? Good enough. And look at the Dow's up 800, the S&P's up 100, the Nasdaq's up 400, gold's up 40. Yeah. Silver's up almost $1. Listen, let the devaluations begin. The dollar going to the woodshed as expected. Listen, we laid it out for you. Well, we've been laying it out for you. I've been laying it out for you for over 20 years. Simple. We already know what the plan is. It's very, very simple. Right? We could, choice A was, let's cut all the spending, put the economy into a recession, probably close to a depression, to avoid the devaluations. Or throw up your hands and let's just keep doing what we've been doing. And unfortunately, what we've been doing, we keep adding debt. Now we're at the point where we got to add outrageous amounts. And have to say, well, no, did we get to 2%? No, we didn't. But good enough. Good enough. 3%, 4%, good enough. I told you when Janet Yellen came up with this stupid idea. Why shouldn't the inflation rate for the Fed be 0? Shouldn't that be the goal? 0? Nah, 2%. I told you when they said 2% that was a lie. And that as soon as they needed to, 3, 4%. Now, they won't say it out loud yet. That'll come later. Somebody else will say it out loud. That this is 4% now will be acceptable. You watch. Gold is going to skyrocket. Why? Well, for one, you're going to stop getting interest. Because you got to remember, the cuts don't stop here. If they're going to get Jay Powell to cut a couple of times, and then if he doesn't play ball, it doesn't matter. He's out in May. But guess what? The Trump administration playing the Trump card. They already got one appointee to just resign, Kubler. She just quit. And put in another big rate cutter. Earlier this week, and I mentioned it the other day, the story broke about Federal Reserve President Cook. She was nominated during the Biden administration. I don't know what Fed bank she's in charge of, but in any event, she is a voting member. Well, there was a big scuttlebutt. I like that word, scuttlebutt. I don't know. Somebody said it once. I'm just copying. During her nomination about some shady home dealings having to do with essentially she bought a second home. This is what she did. She bought a second home. But then lied about it being her primary residence. And why would they do that? Well, because when you tell the truth, they charge you a higher rate. If it's going to be your primary residence, you get more favorable loan terms. Right? You can put less down, you get a better interest rate, blah, 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 blah. Well, apparently, that's what she did. Okay. This morning, Donald Trump came out, and here's what he said. He went full apprentice on Lisa Cook. What she did was bad. I will fire her if she doesn't resign. So essentially, the Trump administration is going to try to fire a Fed governor for, quote, cause. Uh-oh. There's another no rate cutter off the board. Did I say 4,000 gold? Maybe 5,000 gold. That's how low the rates are going to go. We'll be back. 800-951-0592. Quick look in at the market. You know, we kind of hit the highlights. Dow's up 800. S&P's now up 99. NASDAQ's up 400. The 10-year note, nice right now, 425. Right? They're all excited because not only do they think they're going to get one, they think they're going to get multiple cuts based on Jay Powell's testimony today. And then, of course, followed up by the "you're fired" card on Cook. We'll see what happens. But this all stems from, hey, wait a minute, you lied and said both houses were your primary residence. Is that a fireable offense? I guess, right? I don't know. But either way, that is where we sit today. Gold up almost $40 today, just below $33.77 right now. Silver.
Wow. Wow, silver. Now, this happened while you were on your trip, Joe. This happened when you were on vacation. It hit 39, and then it kind of trailed back. Is it going to happen again?
Yeah, I don't. 38.95. I'll just say this: silver shortages. This is dire. I know silver's expensive. I do. I get it. Dire. And I mean, I'm having a hard time not seeing 50 very soon. And that's just supply-demand stuff, guys. That I forget everything else. Obviously, today's news, right, Jay Powell let's face it, he folded. He put up a good fight, knew he couldn't win, said, okay, we'll cut the rates. And then the whole thing with Cook here, he'll be outnumbered, literally and figuratively will be outnumbered. Listen, here's what I've got for you, and I don't have many. I've got $20 gold pieces. That's all I got. $33.95. Remember, that's what we've been doing all week. Of course, I did it when gold was $33.20. Did it when it was $33.40. Now we're sitting here at almost $33.80. I've got 20 of them left. The 10s are gone. 10s are gone. Great job, whoever bought those the other day. Get it put away. I'm just telling you right now. You're going to see 5,000's on the table. That's all I'm going to say. This two very unexpected things because you never know. Did anyone expect Kubler to resign? No. She just does. She just did. I kind of wonder what kind of dirt she had. She probably was like, yeah, Sean, no thanks, I'm out. And now Cook, by the way, the first black person to serve as a member of the Fed board. Maybe a black woman. I don't know. I think it's first black. But anyhow, looks like Donald Trump today saying he's going to fight. That'll be something, right? That'll be a shock to the system. Just understand. I can't lay it out any simpler for you. They're going to devalue the dollar. They are going to spend a record amount. Listen, we're going to blow away COVID spending. It's going to cause inflation. They don't care. Matter of fact, as long as inflation stays below 4%, I think they'll be happy. And at the same time, Jason, they're going to take away all the interest that they pay you. At least right now they can say 3%. We know it's more. But at least they're giving you, 4% at your bank. Right? At least they're doing that. Not anymore. It's going away. Get your butt into gold. All that stuff you worked your you-know-what all for. Get into gold. Why? Because gold will keep the purchasing power. Because all I'm telling you is whatever costs $3,400 today, it's going to cost $5,000 in the next 12 months. So instead of sitting there with $3,400, that's now going to buy you next to nothing a year and a half from now, put it into gold and you can still get it. And then turn your eyes to Texas. Do you not understand what's happening? Do you not see it? Well, Donald Trump's ushering in the crypto. Why?
Yeah. Be careful about what ushering in he's doing.
Yeah.
These guys all real. Washington's liars. Be careful.
They know they need these stable. Now, here's the thing with these stable coins. How comfortable do you feel? Jason, they are all back to the dollar, right? I mean, they're buying the treasury. The good part is they'll buy the treasuries. The bad part is it's tied to the dollar.
Yeah, I have a clip I'm going to play that's going to, I think, if we do this right, and I'm not going to play the whole clip. It comes from a YouTube channel, Swan Bitcoin. So he's the pro crypto guy. And he's taken a whack at a guy, Dave Collum. Dave Collum is, CIA created Bitcoin, and it's going to whack you guys, and you better watch out. And Dave Collum is, he's one of those free thinker guys like me. He actually he sees history a little more clearly, and so he has the gall to speak it out loud. Dave Collum did an interview with Tucker Carlson, and he's talking about, the dangers of Bitcoin. Swan Bitcoin, I think the guy's name is Swan. I couldn't get this guy's name. So the guy doing the YouTube channel, he starts criticizing and saying, look, you don't know what you're talking about. If Bitcoin was a government operation, boy, did it look at all the advantages it has. And so that at some sort of convention, there's a guy named Preston. What we're going to watch or what we're going to listen to is Preston. He's going to talk about stable coins, cryptos, and what is really going to happen. And I think what this guy Preston's talking about, I don't think he really understands the gravity of what he's talking about. It's a really good clip explaining how stable coins are going to become very powerful. And this Dave Collum, who's against cryptos, is not exactly right. The Swan Bitcoin guy, the cheerleader for Bitcoin, he's not exactly right either. I like clips like this because this guy Preston, the clip that Swan brings on, he is giving you very factual information of what's going on. And this guy Preston, I don't think he understands the gravity of what's going to happen in the world if the things he's talking about is coming to fruition. So, Jack, let's play the clip from where we had marked at.
They were tripping over themselves to pass the Genius Act. And you have to ask yourself, why? Why were these politicians tripping over themselves to get this thing passed? And the answer is really simple. They needed a buyer for all their debt. And the buyer is the stablecoin issuers. And it's really kind of interesting to see how that all really transpired and really kind of came to a head. Is, the government had to start issuing shorter and shorter duration paper because there was no buyers for anything that was long duration because there was so much inflation risk. So they're down there like issuing like 1 month money. And it's like, well, who's going to buy all this 1 month money? Well, you know what? The stablecoin issuers literally, they love that because they can back everything. They can gobble up all this new issuance. They don't have the inflation risk that if they were buying 30-year paper, they don't want that inflation risk because they don't know if it's going to be fully backed, right? Or they'd have to keep rolling it to try to manage that. But if it's really short duration, it's actually perfect for them. And then the really smart ones, what are they going to do with all the coupons that they're receiving? They're just going to sweep it into Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. And then it's really backed because that thing's going up at 40 to 50% annualized. It's like extra over-collateralized. What I find so interesting with all of this is you literally have BlackRock and all these other banks that are playing a fractional reserve game. They don't even have what they're issuing in the vault. But yet, you have a company that's fully collateralized with extra Bitcoin in the vault, and they're making more profit than the ones that are playing the Ponzi game. And they're getting the issue literally from thin air, and they're making more money than them. If that doesn't show you the natural market forces that nature is trying to heal itself, I don't know what does. Because it's miraculous to me that you can have something that's over-collateralized just whipping the pants off of the ones that are literally cheating as if it's a total Ponzi scheme.
This is mind-blowing.
So let's unpack.
So, look, I got debanked in the last couple of weeks because I went full-on into Texacoin. Now, if Swancoin and Preston, he's like, look, these guys are just doing great. Look how great it is. You can't ignore the biggest, most powerful player in the room, which is these central banks and their system. So the Dave Collin comments about you should be running away from this and this is a trap, that's not exactly true. There's a changing world. And Texacoin is one of those that is really good right now. I don't know if it'll be really good forever, but I'll tell you when I think it's not looking good, and I'll get on the air and talk about it. But, Joe, he's right. There's an aging monetary system that's trying to fix themselves or trying to kick that can down the road and continue to have complete dominance financially. And I don't think for a minute you can be pro-Bitcoin. I want people to get into this. I got into this because I thought, hey, there's a place here. There's a way to do something better. So it's time for me to, when I got my first cell phone in 2011 or 2010, it took me that long to get a cell phone. I eventually will catch up and do it. I like coming into the technology slower because I let everybody else make all the mistakes. I may not get those early gains, but I don't make all the early mistakes. And so, Joe, listen to what he's saying. He's right. These stable coins, how long will this be to the advantage of the public before what I consider the most powerful guy in the room, the central banks, before they take it over? Get their puppet politicians to pass laws against it. Anytime Trump or any of the politicians says, I got this pro-crypto thing I'm signing, well, you better go read it. I don't read it. Who reads those 1,000-page documents? But I'll bet inside there somewhere it's going to say, yeah, we're going to pick the winners and the losers. And if Texacoin stays completely independent, it'll end up on the bad guy bus. But right now, we're in a position, Joe, to take advantage of these things while they're figuring it out. And this is good for gold. What that guy, and Joe, here's the other thing. When I said this Preston guy doesn't really know the gravity of what he's talking about. That freewheeling, taking advantage of the old system and the old bankers to enrich themselves. Do you really, Joe, I'll ask you and I'll ask the audience, do you really think that's going to last a long time? I think there's going to be conflict, and this could be a worldwide conflict. They'll turn it into something. They did COVID last time when things were breaking down. What's in their bag of tricks this time, Joe? And if what this Preston guy is talking about is going to continue to happen on a large scale, something's going to break. Someone's going to get really angry. I'm sure there's a plan in place. And watch out, rest of the world, as all of us ants try to avoid getting stepped on by these giant boots. And that's what Texacoin's a little tiny thing. Even though we brag about it and talk about it, Texa is still a little tiny thing. if we were able to get on Joe Rogan and talk Texacoin, the thing would blow up. It would go completely berserk because people that see this and identify it and know what it is, like this Preston guy, like this Swan Bitcoin, like Dave Collum and Tucker Carlson talking about it. This is going to be huge, huge. And I'll tell you right now, if people decide that they want to bail off of Bitcoin or any other cryptos, or there's some laws coming down, or, hey, they're going to revalue gold so that the old system can fix itself, where do you think a lot of that Bitcoin money is going to go, Joe, right? They're going to put it right into gold. All that stablecoin money, they're making these huge profits. They know that if the government comes in and makes a few laws, that their gig is up possibly. Gold is going to be huge. When Joe said 5,000 in 12 months, yeah, buy a full ounce today, or at $5,000 you'll be able to buy 2/3 of an ounce when it goes there in 12 months, right, Joe?
800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason will be right back. 800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason on this Friday. Gold's $33.80, up 41. $20 gold pieces, $33.95. We had 20. I don't know how many are still available. Whatever's left, get them. Silver, almost $39. I don't mean to laugh. It's sad what's happened. But you guys, you do understand the need to be diversified. You know this. Am I telling you, hey, put all your money into gold? Have I ever said that? No.
Oh.
I mean, look at the Dow's up 900 points today. If you got some stock exposure, probably a good day. Why is it up? Oh, because we're going to devalue the dollar, right? I mean, it's up for a crappy reason, right? I mean, that's the crap. You know, I got a good buddy of mine, JR. He does it's called Another Money Show on Patriot 960 here in Arizona on Saturdays. I think the Phoenix audience, you guys are probably going to start hearing their commercials on our show, on the Patriot Show. He's a good friend of mine. He's involved in Texit as well. He's one of those financial planners that believes you need to be diversified. I mean, he does a lot of the things he talks about very similar to what I talk about. So if you're looking for a financial guy, check him out. Another Money Show every Saturday. But he texted me last night, and he said, why is it so hard to help folks to diversify their holdings? Why? Why is it? It's like pulling teeth. And I really feel like for a lot of people, they don't want to believe it. They're working so hard. And there's some that are lucky. Hey, I got a really good job and I got some money and I got a big IRA, but everybody else is scraping. And they're afraid because they've made us so afraid. And I feel like take Texit as an example. What a great opportunity. Life-changing opportunity. Kind of like Bitcoin was way back when, right? And I get the feeling, Jason, I feel like a lot of people don't think that they deserve an opportunity like this. They think that somehow you had to be some incredible genius to become wealthy. Yeah. And all of these things, these are all scams and Ponzi's and rug pulls and pyramids, right? No. It doesn't happen for regular folks. And I really believe a lot of people don't believe they're worth it. I'm not worth that. What did I do? Right?
And I don't know if it's about self-worth completely. I think there's a lot of a grain of truth in that, but we played that clip about the education system and how it's programmed, right? You give your kids to the education system for 15 years, and inside of that, and you said it earlier when you were talking, that people are programmed. They're just taught to be in this risk-free environment. Listen, if you are in a risk-free environment, you are in a reward-free environment. You will not get rewarded.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, really simple. Look at some of the wealthiest. Zuckerberg drops out of college. He's at Harvard. I'm quitting this. Bill Gates did the same thing. Now, they had help. Jeff Bezos, he didn't invent Amazon. He just happened to be the guy when something it was presented to him.
My family is a family full of dropouts. Jack dropped out during COVID. I dropped out of high school, and my wife, Brooke. We all dropped out of high school. We hated the system, Joe.
Yeah, let me tell you. If you've been to Jason's house, you're like, what? You dropped out of high school? You live here? Yeah. Yeah. Why? Because it's not necessary. Listen, I guess my point is, if you never take the chance, you'll never get the reward. Period. It's funny. A lot of people that do text it, just like a lot of people that buy gold, they're business owners, right? Because I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to take a shot to get something big. And this is what this is. I mean, I've laid it out. I don't know how many more ways I can lay it out for you. That you can create life-changing money. You can create an opportunity to change your retirement, right? Life-changing money, I'm talking, millionaires, right? Yeah. But, let's face it, you got to hustle for that one. But for almost no effort outside of being willing to take the risk, you can change your retirement. You can change the future of your kids and your grandkids. You just have to be willing to say, you know what? I deserve the opportunity to take that risk. Look at the risk. What's the risk? $995, right? Let's call it between $1,000 and $27,000, right? That's the risk. That's the risk. Here's what's funny. Everybody that signed up in May, everybody's made their money back. I'll give you a great example. One of my buddies bought a 3-pack. He's gotten no help. I haven't put I put people under them, but they're all on the one side. I'll take care of one side of business for you. He has no points on his left. So he has 400 hash, the same amount of hash that he started with. Called me last night, and I did what I usually. Why are you bothering me? And he said, hey, I just wanted to thank you for what? He goes, I just looked at my Texas account. I got over $4,000. And he was signed up May 22nd.
I got a guy texting me, Nick Reynolds. He said, 92 days. I've made my 9K back. He's a 9-pack. And more, made more than that as of today. Thank you. Thank you. It's happening over and over again.
It's happening over and over and over again. You do deserve to take the chance. Every week goes by, the risk gets less and less and less. Look we're almost at 18,000 miners. August, we're gonna 8 to 10,000 new miners. We're gonna double the amount of miners in like a month, and then it's gonna double again and double again and double again. Here's the thing. This thing ends when the mine is sold out, and they're saying 6 to 8 months. This opportunity will no longer be an opportunity to change your life and people that you care about's life. We'll be back. 800-951-0592. Patriot Radio News Hour. Joe and Jason. Big day today. Jay Powell has surrendered. The devaluation of the dollar. It's here. I mean, pretty simple. Gold's flying, silver's flying, $20 gold pieces, $33.95. Right now, gold 3380, but I only got a handful of them left. 800-951-0592. Take the time, put them away. And then, of course, we're talking about the opportunity in Texas. You guys have heard us talk and talk and talk and talk. I can't tell you know what? I've had 4 phone calls this morning before I got on the air. Every one of them, I'm not making this up, every one of them, already existing miners saying, give me the max. Give me more. I want the 20s. I want the 27. I will look at. I get it now. We're going to hold your hand the whole way. Yes, this opportunity is there. You know what the difference is? They didn't go to the hedge funds to do this, because then the opportunity was whose? The bankers. That's the thing that's different. No bankers involved. I mean, remember, it used to be 89, it's 27. That's the most you can. You can't do any more than that. It won't let it. And then once the mine is full, that's it. Like right now in Bitcoin, all you can do is buy a Bitcoin. You can buy Ethereum, and then you sell it, and it's done.
And what Joe is saying, just to clarify, when Joe says next year it's done, that doesn't mean the coins, the hash power that you bought is done. You're going to continue to be producing coins for 135 years.
No, yeah. What I meant is it's done for the people that didn't get in.
To buy hash.
You're going to be out.
To get the coin creation power, those hashes will be sold out next year, and then your coins will just continue to breed like rabbits for years to come.
So let's review. Can you start mining Ethereum today? Nope. Can't.
No.
Well, I want to have coins every day. Nope. Can't. Bitcoin, it's so ridiculous. Oh, it's all decentralized. Oh, they wrote an article, and I told you this the other day. Some guy that wasn't the big 3 Bitcoin miners got a reward. Like it hadn't happened in how long? Can't be done. This is the ground floor. See, so we talk about this $16 by February path that Bobby had laid out. He wanted everyone $16 just the beginning. Here's what he said yesterday. This is what he said. So remember I told you, if you do $995, okay, just go and stick your toe in the water for, okay, fine, Joe, I'll do it to humor you. You will end up when the mine is full, whether that's February, March, April, whenever it is of next year. You will get 0.095 coins a day. So let's round it up to 1/10. So somebody said, well, gosh, if it goes to $16 and I only bought 1 share, I'm only going to get $1.60 a day. Right? And Bobby goes, yeah, that would be terrible. He goes, and he hasn't shared everything yet, but he goes, listen, when the mine is full, it should be at least $100. $100. That would be $10 a day. Every day. Now, I'm only using 4.5. I tell you, 4.5 is kind of what we expect every single day. Guys, it is going to multiply, right? And the view is that it could be $10 a day once the mine is full for every 100 hash that you have. That's what $9.95 gets you. But like I said, when I tell you, why do you deserve the opportunity? You're not a rich banker. You're right. Normally, these opportunities aren't given to people like us. But that's what Bobby's been all about his whole life. That's why he went to Congress. That's why he testified about money and sound money and how the bankers are nothing but liars and cheaters. Listen, they're pond scum. because they know exactly what they're doing. And Jay Powell today just told you, I know there's inflation, but Donald Trump's being mean to me.
It's all a show.
It's all a show. It's over. And it's going to be digital. Now, could this backfire? It could. I don't see how. We're going to have the biggest independently owned mine in the world, 100 million mega hash. Only mined here. Can't mine it anywhere else, and particularly mined in Texas. It's an opportunity. The people that came before you are showing you it's worth the risk. I mean, how nice would it be? Wait a minute, I can have an extra $300, $500, extra $1,000, $2,000 a month in my retirement, and I won't have to worry. Yeah, that's the opportunity that's in front of all of us. For some of us, the opportunity is to become crypto rich. For others, it's safety for me and my family. 800-951-0592. Still got some 20s. $33.95. I don't know how. Really, guys? Oh, gold's $33.78 right now. $20 gold, $33.95 at 800-951-0592. In case you just joined us, Jay Powell relented today, signaling rate cuts are coming. On top of that, Donald Trump took shot at Fed Governor Cook, saying she needs to resign or I'll fire her over listing two houses as being her primary residence. She was one of the Powell loyalists, which will essentially give Donald Trump the majority of the Federal Reserve voting members. So Jay Powell kind of have to play ball. Devaluation is here. Here comes the spending. And then we're talking about the opportunity to make a big difference in your life. An opportunity that doesn't come along for people very often. Why? Because the bankers want they want it all for themselves. And the hard part is this opportunity is going to end very quickly. Like I said, maybe 6 months or so, 7 months, and then all of us that got in are in. Everybody else, all you can do is what you can do with Bitcoin and Ethereum: buy the coin and sell the coin. It's an opportunity to get coins every single day for the next 135 years. A coin that they're projecting, Texas is projecting to be worth over $1,000. Now, how can they say that at $2.85 today? Well, they have a plan. He had the plan to $16 when it was 2 cents. So far, they haven't missed a date. September, by the way, I want to say is like $3.35. By the way, our liquidity now over $3 million. We have over $1 million of Bitcoin, $1 million of Ethereum, $1 million in USDC, almost 500,000 in gold and silver. That is for Texas. By the way, the gold, I know they have it, because guess who they asked? Guess who they asked? Joe, can you help us with the gold and silver? Yeah, I sure can. Bring it to me. Jason's mic's off here.
Listen, a lot of the gold got sent over there from Colorado.
Jason said a lot of it.
That's the beginning of my banking problems. Is the whole, hey, here's a whole bunch of gold, and Bobby's like, send me a bank wire, and then after that, Joe was okay because he didn't do crypto. He was doing invoicing. I kept doing crypto, and I found out how much they hate Texacoin and free money. For a free money system.
Hey, what do you need to get in? I need a name, an address, an email address, and a phone number. That's it. How can I pay? I don't have a crypto account. It's okay. Joe, I got family, but they're not in Arizona or Colorado. So what? Dude, Texacoin's everywhere. What do they need to do to sign up? Call the 800 number. Listen, guys, it's our turn to have a moment. And yeah, we deserve this opportunity. 800-951-0592.